Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm just gonna get ready. I still got my hair in these little bonbon things. All my computer and stuff's all going off. I'm probably gonna have to mute that. I'm gonna let people jump on, and then oops, there we go. I am, setting some stuff up. How's everybody's Saturday going? Mine's actually pretty quiet. I have some exciting news. I mean, it's quiet for now. There's some exciting news though. I guess let's chat as people kind of get on. So I'm doing a giveaway for a full Zodiac birth chart reading. Astrology. I don't want to say Zodiac. Astrology birth chart reading. I am an astrologer in training, just meaning that I'm taking classes and stuff. And so what I want to do is I want to be able to do a full training for somebody. So this is how you get entered. You get one entry if you comment on your sun signs video. So if you're a Sag, you're going to comment on this. If you're a Capricorn, you're going to comment on yesterday's. A Pisces, you're going to go comment on Pisces. If yours hasn't been done yet, whenever it pops up, you'll go comment. You'll say, "This is my sun sign." If you know your rising sign, you will also get credit for commenting on that one. If you don't know your rising sign, that's okay. I mean, it's not like you're really being like penalized. It's just kind of like an extra. I got a beauty blender. And so it's the first time I'm going to use it. And then I like scratched my face. Oop. Okay. So the other ways that you guys can get entries, if you share, one of the videos, you can get an entry that way. For every person that you tag in a video that participates, you'll get an entry. And then at the end, there'll be 12 winners. So I'll announce those on November 1st. I'm really excited, but it's like, it's something that, I mean, a lot of work goes into these. So, I'll get all your info, birth time, where you were born, the location, the date, the month, the whole shebang. And then I'm literally going to do an entire chart. I'm going to do your life path, which is based on old astrology. And then I'm going to do new, current, whole sign house astrology that kind of tells you like what you can do to apply certain things now. You'll also get a discount to our new store, which I will be announcing hopefully a little bit later today, because I have to get the store up, but we've already started pre-selling items. And so here's the thing about that is, once stuff sells out, it sells out because we're doing things based on, the current events. So like once our Halloween, full blue moon items sell out, like I'm not going to make those again because there won't be another full blue moon Taurus on Halloween. Like there just won't be another one. So kind of to get to experience it, you kind of have to be the first literally 8. Like there's only 8. And it's because so I'm doing a couple candles and some moon baths and some other stuff, but there's surprises and there's specific things in there that are customized, which means that once that custom item is gone, it's gone. So you'll get kind of a little piece of history. And what I mean by history is just like, it's my inaugural sale. I'm so excited. So anyways, I'll talk a little bit about that later. I am going to go over the full moon because it is a tumultuous one. But today we're talking about Sag. And I'm so excited. So if you're a Sagittarius Sun, drop it in the comments. If you're a Sag rising, drop in the comments. I'm really, really excited for this because I'll be honest, for a long time, I actually disregarded Sag because my father is a Sag and he and I think I just went through life really not wanting to be like him for whatever various reasons. But I realized that I am a lot like him, and there are a lot of really amazing Sag qualities, and there's a lot of, things that he and I have in common. And so I really started to like step into that and respect it more. And so when I was doing this research, it was kind of a little emotional because I kind of felt like I was looking into a mirror, of a person that took me a really long time to kind of build a relationship with. So with that being said, I want to say that Sagittarius are a very abundant, interesting sign. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I already washed and toned my face. So I'm going to start by putting my moisturizer on and we're going to get this party started. Oh, here we go. Sagittarius in your sun. I just have to say that my friend Heather and I kind of narrowed down this look, and it is seriously my favorite so far. And that's saying a lot because we've done some cool ones. Okay, so Sagittarius, my first question to you is, are you giving yourself permission to be who you truly need to be? Because, girl, the key words for a Sag are inspiration, truth, expansion, meeting. Their ruler is Jupiter, which is the planet of abundance. They're the mutable fire sign. Functional expressions are inspired, seeking knowledge, visionary, fortunate, joyful, purposeful, philosophical, and adventurous. Some of their dysfunctional expressions are unprincipled, narrow, fanatic, reckless, rude, or immoral. Now, I'm not saying these things. It's just sort of kind of like the darker side. For expansion and growth, when the sun makes its journey through the sign of a Sagittarius, the emphasis is truly on expansion, positivity, and growth. Life is best seen as a journey rather than a destination. Along the way, Sag brings the need to experience life as an adventure. So to discover what it is over the next horizon, one must go there. To this end, those born under Sagittarius tend to love a challenge. They find ways to push past whatever the envelope is. As the fiery mutable sign, implying a consistent need for change, Sagittarius bring an emphasis to physical and mental expansion. The quest for freedom and adventure, as well as the search for meaning towards a future, is literally the home place for this sign. Broadening their horizons, a sun in Sag has a tendency to get itchy feet if they're stuck in too many things that are similar or mundane. So for this reason, Sages are known for their love of travel and foreign experiences. In their quest to encounter new things, they're going where they have never been before. Sag is all about freedom and abundance. Again, life can get far too routine-y for those under this sign, and so they like to shake shit up. They were born under the lucky star. I mean, Sagittarius have a reputation for luck and achievement. Most excellent sports people, promoters, gamblers, they're born to this sign, yet it might appear as luck happens often for them. It's actually an unbeatable combination of positive expectation coupled with an eye that's firmly on the prize. One symbol for the sign is the archer. Sagittarians have a way of aiming true firing themselves directly towards their intended target, just as the archer does the arrow. Fortune favors the brave, and so luck follows them around wherever they believe in themselves and the winning role. Because their approach to life is basically positive, Sagittarians expect things to go their way, and they expect this expectation, and so it usually does. The sun in Sag prefers making broad strokes rather than a flamboyant brush, living their life more by philosophy, and good things are just bound to happen. This positive mindset is another way that they change the limits and boundaries, though taking risks and coming out on top as they discover kind of, as they go. Every cloud has a silver lining, which for Sages is platinum. Accepting limits? Yeah, okay. That's best expectation is a drawback. Sagittarians can be known for their brash, self-centered, or excessive behavior because they do not believe in limits for themselves. They need not apply those things. A sun in Sag, they can take things to the extreme or experience liberties from others because they refuse to bow down to any sort of convention. Hence, they often get accused of being blunt to the point of rudeness or frank beyond socially acceptable norms. Sages can ride out the rough feelings of others simply because they know they can. Now, that's more of an issue for males than females, but the zodiac gender is never really all that specific. The excessive fiery qualities of this sign mean that Sagittariuses love nothing more than testing their own limitations. They can be opportunistic, inclined to run at the first mention of commitment. Some Sagittarians will push a situation to its absolute breaking point just to see if they can. They can tend to leave broken relationships and instability, but a Sag who can't acknowledge their limitation often create excess in the end. Their natural belief at a deeper level is their journey towards greater life experiences. By comparing and contrasting different ideas, philosophies, belief systems, or cultures, Sagittarians gain completely new perspectives. You'll see this more in a Sagittarius rising because that's how they truly feel about themselves on the inside. At a conceptual level, the sign is associated with philosophy, religion, the broad mental frameworks with culture. At a personal level, though, comparing philosophies, Sagittarians can explore the nature of belief. When the sun in Sag is there, it is often their need to explore different belief systems along the way of finding their own truth. By gathering a variety of perspectives, Sagittarians learn principles while they can share with others. As this sign is connected with teaching and students, Sagittarians broaden horizons through learning all sorts of different beliefs. These beliefs tend to be experiences. Sun and rising in Sagittarius will not believe something just because they are told. They need to explore and experience it for themselves. At their finest, Sagittarians can inspire others through their broadness of their perspective. By taking the journey to teach and learn, they discover the inspiration to help others as best that they can. Yet, the road for exploring belief can be also taught with danger. Once again, their threat of excess is always in the forefront. They can shift from teacher to preacher. Getting on a soapbox can feel like prey for other people. They can easily succumb to self-importance and inflation, believing that they themselves are the only visionary that can advocate for a noble cause. Alternatively, some Sagittarians can become so despairing in the search for truth that they kind of become dismissive. Because their journey is to find out what is true for them, they can reject all others' beliefs and see people as feeble-minded or simplistic. Then they may lose faith in life altogether, but again, that's more for men than it is for women. Their journey involves exploring nature and hope. They tend to maintain faith in order to have the courage to go beyond. Rather than limiting their own philosophical options, cynicism can be just another stop along the road towards understanding. Life can be expected as a journey towards all of the greater levels of illumination. I want to shift gears just slightly to if you have a moon in Sag, because I'm not going to lie, I'm a teeny bit jealous. Sagittarius is the mutable sign, but it is still action. Because Sag's ruling sign or ruling planet is Jupiter, the planet of abundance, it's quite a bit easier for you to work with the moon's energy to manifest all of the things that you've ever wanted. This expansion can happen in so many ways. On one hand, this lunar position implies just a love of travel, fascination with foreign places, kind of like a gypsy at heart, but it also positions you to have great luck. I mean, really, really great luck. You may find that you can just ask for something and it happens with little to no work. Even if circumstances don't normally allow those things, dreaming for far off places or wishing for an abundance of money or an abundance of people or friends kind of just happen for lunar Sages, and the rest of us are, a bit jealous. Your love for learning, another way that lunar Sages, broaden their horizons is through studying and learning. And this sign relates to that search of truth. So you can feel the world is expanding through knowledge that you acquire, even if it's just a means of being a student for life. Sag is also the sign of a teacher and can be the sign of a preacher. The need to seek truth and wisdom can also translate into a love of sharing what you have with others. You may have natural gifts of inspiring others to be the best that they can be. You may also be very good at explaining different points, which some other signs need to kind of tap into that. For me, I am so fascinated with your ability to manifest things purely out of thin air. Now, a Sag rising. So this is how you feel kind of on the inside. I know we haven't talked too much about it, but your ascendant sign reveals the way in which you present yourself, sort of to others, because it's how you feel in your core. It's like how you think that you are as a person. So somebody born with a Sagittarius in their rising, they're likely to experience life as a conquest, a challenge, an adventure for you to gain the prize that you seek. Your self-awareness comes through expanding horizons, again, but mostly through mental and spiritual levels. They're likely to approach new experiences with a sense of optimism and hope, and then as success just happens. Dynamic, fiery qualities of this rising sign tend to be directed towards reconciling some sort of metaphysical or philosophical, quest of life. In their quest for meaning, they leave no turn unstoned. No stone unturned. The search for meaning in every situation can be viewed as an opportunity to learn. At times, your life could feel like a pilgrimage, where the need to find the holy grail of your own truth is paramount. A way to express this approach might be, I see the goal, I reach the goal, and then I see another. Ascendants in Sagittarius are also about sharing your own truth. You need to find your truth on your own terms, and there may be an extended period of searching for the right path, teaching or philosophically satisfying a certain quest. You may spend significant chapters of your life traveling and immersed in a particular belief system, exploring ideas and, concepts to its broadest level. The gifts of Sagittarius rising, life is best viewed, like I said, as a quest or an adventure. Faith, positive attitude are great assets to this. You are likely to approach life in such a grand way, excited by all of its possibilities, and certain that you are experiencing things just as you should. So using your innate gifts as insight is really going to help light that fire of meaning and purpose all around. So we got a few more minutes for this look. Honestly, the reason why I picked the look that I picked is because I believe that if Sag is in any of your three major positions, so sun, rising, or moon, you have this just inner, warrior kind of living inside you. It's that fire, it's that desire for learning, it's that preacher, teacher, I'm in it kind of. I mean, all fire signs sort of have a savior complex. So that's the look that we kind of went with. And like I said, Sag is ruled by Jupiter. And back in the old days, it's believed that Jupiter was a planet that many old civilizations kind of worshipped because it was the largest planet. It takes 12 years to cycle through the entire zodiac and make one full rotation around the world. But it's also a planet of abundance. And so, I mean, since the dawn of time, it has symbolized good fortune. And so this combination of Sag and Jupiter are the fullest expressions of those meanings. So I wanted to talk just briefly about, gosh, if you were born and your Jupiter is in Sagittarius, first of all, hell the fuck hello. Like, the rest of us are totally jealous. Your desire for travel, friendships, career, I mean, sorry, but we're going to have to talk about this for a second. If your Jupiter is in Sagittarius, you advance in life by growing in wisdom and sharing that wisdom with others through teaching. But you excel in areas that call for visionary thinking. You're able to inspire others. And in the career place, you are very, very lucky. And I mean, very, very lucky is a complete and utter understatement. I mean, basically, you could have whatever you want if you understand how to kind of take what you want. I mean, that's really all it's about. In friendships, they're going to be warm and outgoing personalities pretty much in every situation, which can add to that sense of abundance that is coming your way. I mean, friendships for a Sag Jupiter is going to be a pivotal way that you are able to sort of advance in life. For your best luck, you need to remain keeping all of those doors open, because both your personality and your beliefs, I mean, they entice people. It's almost like they're drunk off of you. There is this detached sort of friendliness with you. I mean, it's like everyone loves you and you're just sort of like this non-judgmental, like kind of greeting people. You make friends fast, and it's just like, I have this wide network. That desire for travel is still there. There's just this built-in desire to expand, potential for huge, great growth. So I hope that this look can really capitalize on how we feel about abundance and Jupiter and the fire that burns inside of us. And I mean, honestly, if I had to think of a word or a phrase that my friends and I have used a lot when we think of Sagittarius, it's that on the outside, it's like the girl next door. It's people that seem really down to earth because friends and everyone just sort of gravitates to them. They have a very enticing and toxic kind of thing about them. But on the inside, I mean, like I said, they're the warrior of wisdom, of truth, of sensibility. And so I hope that this look captures that and you guys really enjoy it. I want to leave you with this one last thing. Don't underestimate a Sagittarius, because if they want something, they will get it. When I think of Sag, I think Xenon Warrior Princess. I think Wonder Woman. Sag might be the girl next door, kind of down to earth fire sign, but at the same time, you don't want to let that campfire get out of control. All fire signs have bravery. This one though, this one's a badass. Our lips, we used a mauve, and this is my favorite Wonder Woman jacket, so I had to use that. Kind of try to slick back our hair. So you tell us, do we embody the warrior that is Sag,